this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 13 yards to start that drive. And a quick 1st down.
Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on 1st down. He'll find his tight end, McBride. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
He's got it! And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Mistake. It was 1st and goal, and it's intercepted. Past midfield. He's inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Patriots.
You know, it always amazes me, Mike, that these guys have all this energy, that following a long return like that then they can get into these big, elaborate celebrations. But listen, I don't blame them. You're a defensive guy. You don't get the ball in your hands very often. When you score, man, you better make the most of it.
Chargers 21.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Mahomes on 1st down. Throws caught by Cooper on the right side. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's caught downfield by Jefferson. A pickup of 14 on that one. 1st down, L.A.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready.
For the 5th time, he is intercepted. And the Patriots are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. From the 33, Here's second down and 9.
Second and 9 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw is Ward. On the move left. He keeps it himself.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Throwing on third down, Ward. That is caught. Finding Higgins. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Patriots, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So we are through 3. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. We see a lot of this as they begin the fourth quarter on the ground. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Ball on the 39. Here's second and 3. Again, it's Harvey. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
From the gun on third down. Ward. And he'll be out of bounds inside. Halfway between Boston and Providence, it's the home of the Patriots, Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, excited for this one. Partner, what are we looking at here as this game gets rolling?
You know, I think this game is quite interesting in the fact, Mike, that I feel like before every week's matchup, we sit up here and we talk about quarterbacks in the passing game. And obviously, that is the direction the NFL has been headed for the last couple years. But in this matchup here today specifically, I think both these offenses want to flip that on its head. They want to control the clock, time management, ball control. Don't be afraid to punt the ball away and play defense. It's a little bit of an old school philosophy, but you have to do whatever it takes to win each matchup, and I think those formulas of these two teams are very similar.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the give, it's Harvey. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
It is 3rd and long. Shotgun snap for Wolf. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. 17 yards that time for number 17. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Straight ahead goes Harvey. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. 1st down, New England.
I've always gone by the philosophy, Mike, that the pass sets up the run. And in these last two plays, that's exactly what happened. You hit them with the big pass, they adjust. You soften them up a little bit, you take advantage for the big gain on the ground.
A short one here, caught by McBride. And he will not make it to the end zone, but he's down inside the 5-yard line. What a big play there for New England. It's a gain of 34.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open. Short throws turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
There isn't much room for error when operating inside the red zone. The field is really condensed. Those throwing windows become a lot tighter and forces your quarterback to make some really highly contested throws. And as we just saw, those aren't always going to go your way.
Another one from the 5. 2nd down and goal.
Here we go. 70, take back. 79 Broncos.
Out of the gun, Ward. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney.
Every defensive coordinator, Mike, in the NFL preaches one thing about red zone defense. Keep them out of the end zone. Make them settle for 3. Well, what do? With that interception, they take it to another level, and they get off the field without allowing a single point.
Higgins sent in motion. Right to the air, it's Fields. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
He's got a man. That's Travis Hunter. He'll be marked down very close to the 1st down. They got 14 of the 15 that they needed. It's going to set up a manageable 3rd and short. They'll try to run here with Barkley. And that's going to be enough to move the chains. 1st down, up past the 35.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
No mas. 331.
Fields now to throw on first down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Cleveland.
Here we go.
Higgins sent in motion.
319.
On first and 10, Fields. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
And this is the tricky element of these deep balls, Mike. You want to hit the guy in stride. You want the touchdown. You want the beautiful highlight play. But sometimes you're better off underthrowing a receiver than you are overthrowing them, because as we see time and time again throughout the league, an underthrown deep ball, more times than not, leads to a pass interference call.
Second down, it's Fields. Looking middle, and he spots Hunter there. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Here we go. Chip Smith. You got it. Mini base.
From the shotgun, it's Fields. He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
Here you go. Chip Smith. 319. Let's go.
In motion is Hunter.
Right.
First down, Fields. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 4.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Flush to his right. Now he throws back over the middle. It is complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's first and goal. Throwing is Fields. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Travis Hunter was the intended target. And it'll bring up second and goal.
551.
Fields. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And now it's third and goal.
Don't jump. Ready? 222. Go.
Back to throw is Fields. This is hard toward the side of the end zone. Evan Ingram. Touchdown Browns. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Robinson. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this first and 10. Now it's Ward. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive. So after one, it's the Browns with the advantage. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Time for the second quarter. Patriots with the football. And they are facing a 2nd and long.
On the ready. Mustang 19. Get it. 70 Timberwolf.
From the gun, here's Ward. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
To throw is Ward. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away. You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jarquez Hunter. Touchdown, Cleveland. Little on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns move out on top, 14-0. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Robinson. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
Warriors 70. Back. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
On first down, it's Ward. Open man is Robinson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Back to 60. Let's go now. Top 19. 7 Cowboys. Go.
Throwing is Ward. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
They just desperately need to get something positive going here, Mike. It just feels like they're a play away from really jump-starting everything they've talked about being good at throughout the course of the week's prep. And it's really been the inability to sustain drives. So critical 3rd downs, better on 1st and 2nd. Somewhere it's got to pop, and somebody's got to make a play.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. The break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10. Ward to throw again. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing again is Ward. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, New England.
And while everyone's going to focus on the play downfield, this touchdown, Mike, it ultimately occurs because of the protection up front. They do a great job picking up the blitz, and with those extra few seconds, that's all the time he needs. Finds his man streaking downfield, open, and when great awareness meets great scheme, All you need is great execution.
And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line. Higgins sent in motion. A first down throw for Fields. Taking a shot downfield for Adams. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. What a way to kick off a drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Easy. 19 winning. Here we go.
To throw is Fields. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Travis Hunter. Touchdown, Browns. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half.
His kick is good.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. On the return, it's Robinson. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Here we go. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Ward. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
19. Get it? 19, 18. Warriors 70. Go.
Shotgun snap for Ward. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He'll air one out for Higgins. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Ready? 18. Cougar 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks. Let go.
Out of the gun, Ward. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
Again, it's Ward. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I really like the job the defense is doing, Mike, disguising what the coverage looks like before the snap and then what the coverage actually is after the snap. And I think the quarterback's having a hard time really figuring out what am I looking at, where are my targets, where's the coverage holes. And I think it's led to some really big plays by the defense here in the first half. I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down.
60 Eagles, 70 Timberwolves.
They snap it to Ward. He'll air it out down the middle. That's going to be incomplete.
We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Here now is Cam Little out to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And they can't bring him down. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
They put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening. Drive of the game, and this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Jefferson going to go in motion right. Throwing is Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Hurts sets up to throw it. Dancing to his left. That is caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's an early scrambler that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. C.J. Ham taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Golden now to return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Pats at the line ready to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 29-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
And the Patriot first down.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
To throw, here's Ward. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan? Introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They set a load a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Ward. And it's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points in the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Ward now working out of the gun. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harvey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Again, it's Ward. Touchdown! Trey McBride from 6 yards away. And the Pats are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Jefferson going to go in motion right. Here's Hurts to throw. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Hurts. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They run it again with Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Back to throw. That's to Golden. He's got it right side. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the Patriots' 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on 3rd and goal.
Trimmer. Hey, 73.
McCaffrey is in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Well, we talk a lot about Christian McCaffrey and what he can do in the open field, and it's easy to gloss over how tough he can be to stop near the goal line. And he shows you just how tough he is on that carry as he takes it into the end zone.
extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. And this one is going to be off the mark. Too far out in front.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass caught. That's Golden. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He completes it to Hunter. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson from 13 yards out. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
Throwing is Ward.
He's going to sling this deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Ward.
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Andrew McDougald.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.